Federal Reserve meetings and why they are way more important than you may think. So, every few weeks, the most powerful people in finance sit in a room in Washington, and the decisions they make ripple across the entire global economy. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve meetings. These aren't just dull policy discussions. They directly impact your mortgage, your investments, your job, and even the price of your groceries. In this video, I'm going to break down why Fed meetings are so important, how they affect markets, and what you should watch for as an investor. So, what happens at a Fed meeting? Firstly, let's get clear on what actually happens. The Fed policy making body is called the FOMC. That stands for, the Federal Open Market Committee. They meet around 8 times a year. At each meeting, they decide on one key thing: monetary policy. This includes setting interest rates, determining how much money is flowing through the system, and signalling future moves. So when they raise interest rates, borrowing becomes more expensive. That cools inflation, but can slow growth. When they cut rates, they're trying to stimulate the economy, making loans and investments cheaper. Beyond that, they also discuss bond purchases, balance sheet policies, and the broader financial stability. So it's not just talk. These meetings set the rules of the game for the entire economy, and then that ripples on to impact the global financial system. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not in Wall Street, why should I care? Well, here's why. Mortgage and loans. The Fed's rate decision affects the interest you pay on your mortgage, on your car loan, and even your credit card, and we've spoke about that before. Jobs and growth. By stimulating or slowing the economy, the Fed influences hiring, wages, and whether businesses expand or whether they cut back. And then you have investments. The stock market, bonds, and even real estates react almost instantaneously to Fed decisions. A single sentence from the Fed chair can send markets up or down by billions of dollars. And we've seen that recently. And then it comes to everyday prices. I mean, think about inflation, grocery, gas, rent. The Fed's job is to keep inflation under control while maintaining growth. Their meetings decide how they're going to balance those two goals. And the kind of hidden signal to watch for, and ultimately the real importance of these meetings isn't just the decision itself, it's the language. And to sound a bit Orwellian, traders call this Fed speak. For example, if the Fed says inflation is elevated and persistent, markets interpret that as more rate hikes coming. If they use kind of softer language like gradual moderation, that signals a potential pause or cut. Investors, journalists, and governments worldwide hang on every word of the Fed chair's press conference. It's not just about rates today, it's about where policies head in the future, and if you're an investor, those clues can help you position your portfolio accordingly and ahead of the market. So, to wrap up, I mean, the next time you hear the Fed is meeting, don't just shrug it off. These aren't boring policy talks. They are decisions that shape the financial world we live in every single day, whether you're paying off debt, buying a house, or investing for the future. The Fed's meetings matter to you. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more breakdowns of money and market, and let me know in the comments. You can drop us an email at info@expatmoneychat. And also, drop a comment telling me what you think. Do you think the Fed is doing a good job at managing inflation, or are they making things worse? There's also a lot of political pressure, etc. as well. So this is a really important time to be paying attention for this. Thank you for watching. Cheers.